Hey friends, it's Old Man Brad, and I want to welcome you back to The Tomb. I'm here with another More from the Tomb review. I'll be talking about This Is Not a Test. This hits theaters this Friday, February 20th, written and directed by Adam MacDonald, based on the book of the same name from Courtney Summers. And this movie is a ride. I will just tell you that much right now. I had a blast with this movie. Before we dive into it, I just want to say, make sure you subscribe and do all those things here on the channel so you don't miss any of these from The Tomb or Discs of the Dam or anything that happens over here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody who follows along because I have a blast. Let's talk This Is Not a Test. Sloane and a small group of her classmates take cover in their high school to escape their suddenly apocalyptic hometown. As danger relentlessly pounds on the doors, Sloane begins to see the world through the eyes of people who actually want to live and takes matters into her own hands. Written and directed by Adam MacDonald, based on the novel This Is Not a Test by Courtney Summers. This stars Olivia Holt, Froy Gutierrez, Luke MacFarlane, Corteon Moore, Chloe, Avakian, and many others. And I will say right up front, I absolutely loved this movie. It was tense, it was gory, it was heartfelt, it had everything. You start out in this movie with our character Sloane, and you see her in a bathtub with a letter. Basically, she's getting ready to commit suicide, and it is her last letter when she gets called down by her father. You find out that her father is abusive. She had a sister who is left. So things are just really down, really bad for her. And then the crap hits the fan. It starts out kind of like the remake of Dawn of the Dead, where you start hearing all kinds of commotion, all kinds of stuff happening outside. They walk out the front door and you see zombies running people down. You see people getting bit. There's blood. There's everything. And then one of the cool scenes, one of them stops, notices them at the door, and then it's this chase trying to close the door in time. It's just a tense moment where everything just starts off. And then you kind of jump ahead a little bit. You see Sloane with this group of other kids. She's covered in blood, and you're like, man, some stuff must have really happened to her. You find out a little bit into it. They kind of do a flashback to show you how she got where she was, the people she's with. It's kind of like a hodgepodge of fellow students. So you know, none of them are friends to begin with. It's kind of like the Breakfast Club. You have the jock, you have the pretty girl, you have a family, a brother and a sister and a mom and Sloane. And as you go through, you just see kind of like the dark side of humanity, as you tend to do, of what will people do to survive themselves. Sloane herself, her father was very abusive to her sister, and that's why her sister left. She loves her sister, and she has a lot of darkness inside of her, always looking over her shoulder, thinking her dad is coming to get her. Something's going to happen, all while this zombie apocalypse is happening. These kids are just trying to survive. They get to points where they don't trust not only one another, but they don't trust other people they end up finding that come into their building because they're hauled up in a school. Think it is, Dawn of the Dead, but it takes place in a school instead of a shopping mall. This movie I absolutely loved. It is gritty. It is kind of, a lot of shaky cam, in your face, quick cut type of things. I love the emotion and the time spent with these characters, especially with Sloane. You kind of see this big arc for her, almost coming of age, or as the description said, she basically finds out that, ultimately she wants to live. And towards the end, you get a moment that is pretty heartbreaking with Sloane. It is an emotional ride. It is a tense ride. You get bloody zombie carnage. Not as much as you think you might get, but when you do get it, you're like, oh man, I want more of this. Although you don't. Ultimately, I loved This Is Not a Test. I highly, highly recommend checking out. This right now is up there on a list for top horror of the year. Not number one, but it is on the list. This movie is very good. I highly recommend it. Go check it out in theaters February 20th. I know it'll be on Shudder a while later, but add This Is Not a Test to your watch list. I think you'll just love it. And if you do go see it, let me know what you thought of it. Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Well, there are my ramblings on This Is Not a Test. Go check it out this Friday. And make sure you keep it right here for more From the Tomb and Discs of the Damned, as well as the audio version of the podcast itself lands over here on YouTube. Another frightening tale coming at you soon. Don't know what that'll be, but I do know that I'm going to have a good time talking about it.